Alrighty. I believe it should be live. Let's see. Hello, everybody. It's going to be a bit of a short one tonight because I'm not feeling the best right now. But we are going to do some quick matches. Try to knock out a few fun games. Maybe do it at 2 hours or so, depending on how I'm feeling. And yeah, hopefully it's a good time. We'll see how long exactly it ends up being. Let's see. Revanchismo. Huh. I don't know if he's planning to run Beastmen. Kind of wonder if Vampire counts. But not if he's running Beastmen. I don't want to be... Oh, okay, he's doing Bretonia. That should be interesting. And... Oh, and he's immediate insta-locking. That's not cool. I do want to bring a Blood Dragon Lord. I'm actually going to throw him on a Bard of Nightmare. I'm going to give him the Helm of Discord, of course. Probably not going to bother with the sort of anti-heroes. Not going to bother with any of these. We'll bring some Van Hells. We're actually going to try to match Bretonia at their own game, essentially. Throw in a Vargulf. Throw in the Dire Pack. Now, Graveguard did get reworked a bit somewhat recently. I don't think we're going to be able to bring that many Blood Knights in here. We'll bring some Skeleton Spears. Try to get a little more width. And... not sure if I should try to get some extra dogs in there. Maybe I can get... Oh, I could actually get these guys in there. That would be kind of cool. We'll try something simple for first game and see what happens. It would be an absolute disaster. But who knows? I'm feeling a little under the weather though, for those of you guys who might be hopping in. So this will most likely be a bit of a shorter one. Probably not going to be staying up too late. Also do work in the morning, so that doesn't help. But yeah, hopefully we can get some fun games in. And hopefully it's not. Hopefully the mic isn't buzzing. Didn't seem to be buzzing initially when I was test running it, but I know it likes to act up sometimes. So hopefully it doesn't do that, and we can have a decent stream. All right, it's a pretty small Bretonian army. 700 is really... That's not... He probably didn't bring a lot of peasants. He might have gone super heavy in Grails or something. Which is not the greatest thing ever. Also, what is this lag? That's really odd. Is it buzzing really bad? Why is it... Ugh. I'm not sure what is... It doesn't sound like... Well, I don't know, I just... Huh. I think it's something with YouTube's. I don't know if it's YouTube's encryption or something, because it doesn't do it when I record videos. Not sure. Ugh. I really don't know why it's acting up like that. We'll commit a bit more heavily there. Yeah, that's really strange. Also getting a bit of a lag here, which is really odd. We do have... Wow, this is some really bad lag. Might not even be able to... If it lags like this, I might not even be able to really stream. I don't know if... I don't know if it's lagging on my end, or if it's on my opponent's end. This is really odd. Huh. I was saying YouTube's not receiving enough stream, so I'm not sure if I might be forced to cancel early tonight if it lags like this. That's just not good. It's Rapunzel. Oh, it's Henry. I didn't even read the or look at the icon there. Really not sure why it's acting up this way. It's really ridiculous. Well, Pegasus Knights, that's an interesting choice. It's not something you see all the time. Footsquires, I think, actually get beaten by Graveguard nowadays. Oh, great. It's Felix. So my opponent actually went without a healer. Or without a mage, I should say. And he's gone all in on Felix. But this is really bad. This lag is just obscene. This is practically making the game unplayable. That was a terrible cast of that ability. Completely wasted, at least. We're going to be able to get engaged over there, though. And now these spears should be able to keep going. We're going to try to catch those guys. We should be able to snag these grails. I don't think they should... Ah, but they're Grail Guardians. That's going to be... But at the same time, my opponent doesn't have healing, so... We can definitely engage these guys. Get you guys in on response. And we're going to terror out them. We're just going to avoid the engagement over there. And look to route these guys off because terror should kick in. This is... Yeah, I don't know what is up with this lag and why. I don't know if it's my internet being bad. Derpy. The Graveguard here should hold out. We will break these guys up. Those guys are broken, which means we can now disengage. We'll get the Varix Reavers in on these men-at-arms. We'll get this. We're going to hit that. And now, before they can retreat, we're going to drop zombies behind them. Varix Reaver is going to go in here. I'm going to separate this unit out. And Vargulf's in there. Now they're kind of wasting their time with all that Graveguard over there. We're going to pop Heart Piercer and charge back in against the Grail Guardians. Nice, so they've broken. I can disengage the dogs. I definitely do need to pull these guys away. Can't afford Varix Reavers just sitting there. We are getting engaged on here, but this... Pegasus shouldn't be able to escape here. What is this lag though? Holy hell. This is really bad stuff. We should be able to drag the Pegasus Knights into the muck. The Graveguard is going to hold. That's the one thing Graveguard always does incredibly well. It doesn't matter how long it takes to kill Henry Massif. We can do a nice AoE cast of Van Hels's Dance Macabre here. Tear down those Pegasus Knights very quickly. The fact that my opponent didn't bring any... He brought absolutely no... healing. He went all in on heroes. I think it was a huge, disastrous mistake there. I will probably lose some of this Graveguard, but it just doesn't matter. Actually, probably going to lose most of that Graveguard eventually. Holy hell, lag spikes. I might have to check my settings after this one. Perhaps restart the stream. Because it's acting up. Not sure why. I really don't want to lose the dogs, because as long as I have the dogs, they are a very potent, potent unit to have. We can bog down these guys. That'll allow our... The Vargulf is in here beating these guys up. We're able to break them up. Now we got these guys bogged down on zombies. Graveguard needs to not pursue. They need to get in here. Keep pushing forward. We got Henry Massif in here, and not Sigvald. I almost called him Felix is back there. He's way far out. Should be able to get in on Henry Massif. But holy hell, this lag. I know that's, and it's apparently, yeah. Might be forced to, not sure if why my internet might have to, I think it's an internet issue on my end. Unfortunately.
Time to feast. Strike them.
I'm fairly confident we have this game in the bag, but this is just unplayable and unwatchable, unfortunately, which is really not. We're trying to just evade these questing knights because I know that these guys, the companions of Canel, are just ridiculous. If I can tear down Henry Massif, I should be in a good spot.
Life ends by my will.
He's not going to get heals. Felix is too far away to provide healing. I don't know. They can pursue, I guess. It doesn't really matter. Hey guys, I'm sorry. Might have to just restart the stream here, or try to, and see if that helps. So we're able to remove Henry Massif. Now I can just let the dogs chase him off. He shouldn't be able to take off and escape. He doesn't have. I gotta try to disengage the Blood Knights. As long, the dogs should be able to run him down. And what's her face is overextended way too much. So I got the Vargulf on her and my Lord on her, and he should be able to beat the snot out of her. We're gonna collapse on the companions over here. Dogs had scored themselves a win there. Companions, unlike other companions, don't have the benefit of companions don't have the benefit of immunity to vigor like other Grail units, like Grail Guardians, for example. So it's definitely a big win. So we did remove the Companions of Canel there. I do want to pull out the Blood Knights. Once everything else is removed, like the Vargulf and the Vargulf and my Lord should be capable of dispatching her. Unfortunately, oh, there's still some pretty hefty units out there, and I'm not likely to get another heal out. I don't know. It's definitely not as. Granted, my opponent I guess doesn't have. I guess my opponent does not have. Fortunately for me, he doesn't have any magic, so I don't have to worry about that too much. Or don't have to worry about it at all, I guess. If I can remove her Ponsoon, I'm gonna be in a great spot. She's just getting chunked, but she is now close enough to what's his face to be getting the healing, and the healing is insane. It's 40. If I'm not doing, at least now now she's getting chunked, so she should be. She did get her. Oh my god, that deleted the dire pack. That's actually really unfortunate. I think the companions. It doesn't matter. They're too low on HP to be too much of a threat. I'm going to drop an Invocation and a Hack on these guys, I guess. I don't know how much Winds of Magic I have left, unfortunately. I still have, okay, 14 Winds of Magic. I got a Vargulf in here. See if we can knock out these Rail Guardians. That would be ideal. Unfortunately, my Graveguard over there did get cleaned up because they couldn't keep up with the Foot Squires. So that's a little crappy. But Varix Reavers here, with the loss of the Lord, the Polearms, of course, lose much of their leadership. Now it's just going to be Felix, I think. Which should definitely be a big win. Should be able to clean Felix up, no problem. This guy's actually got bonus versus infantry, so he should have an easier time with Felix. I guess I should go clean up these Foot Squires. At least we chased them so far away that they're not going to be able to get very much done. Get this guy in there. I think actually that's Shatter. That's a win. But very bad lag. I'm not sure if it's on my end. I think it's on my end, not anything else, which is really not good. Yeah, that's a real. Yeah, that line is atrocious. Will it load? Or will it keep lagging? We're just gonna get a black screen of death here. I think it's actually black screen on me. That's really, yeah. Yeah, unfortunately it is not responding. Good old Total War. I'm forced to kill it. That's really unfortunate. I'm gonna try to restart it. Fortunately. I really apologize about that, guys. Yeah, it's completely like bugging out on me. I'm not sure what is up. It actually gave me the warning for crashing, so that's not good. Despite the fact that we won that match, I don't know if that's going to penalize me on the leaderboards or not. But I don't know. Because I really don't want to be trying to stream if I'm going to be getting insane lag. We're going to give it one more shot. We'll see if we can get if it was a in-game, if it was an issue with the if it's my internet, I might just have to contact my internet provider and see if what the issue is, because I'm not sure why is lagging otherwise. I'm not sure if it's still buzzing for you guys either. It didn't seem like I tested it again and it seemed the buzzing had gone away, but the buzzing is on and off, I know. Sometimes, and that's not good. Yeah, not sure. What is up? I'll try Vampire Coast. Go with some undead for today. Lizards. That's an oddball. Just a little bit now and then. Yeah, that's still not good. I don't know why that's it's frustrating. Lizards. I could bring Luther. Not sure if I actually want Magical Void. I guess I could bring Magical Void. Fire Siphon isn't bad. Probably not gonna bother with Salon Gold. Or should I go with lots of guns? Sirene's going to be really strong versus Lizards because most Lizard units don't do magic damage. So as long as you don't get them up against the Regiment of Renown, Temple Guard, or like a Slann or Croak, they do pretty well. So I might throw in a few Sirenes, try them out. Never really tried Depth Guard in this matchup. I feel like they could be decent against like SARS and stuff, but not entirely sure. I gotta be ready for, well, dinos aren't that likely. We will do with Morngulls. Some zombie pirate deckhands. Morngulls. We'll just do generic zombie pirates deckhands. And then bring a few gunnery models with handguns, perhaps. Could bring this. I do need a caster, unfortunately, and those are stupidly expensive for Vampire Coast. That's one of the things I thoroughly hate about Vampire Coast. Just so you don't have a cheap necromancer option, so everything you can bring is super pricey. If I bring a Power Stone, that costs more. I could cut the hunger. Then you do lose a lot of sustain on your heroes. I know some people completely cut hunger on Vampire accounts. I think I'll cut the Magical Void because honestly, that's not going to be that much of a lifesaver. I don't think. Ooh. Sirenes, guns, Morngulls. We definitely need more Zombos. We're not going to go with Deck Dropper handguns. I know they're a very powerful and potent pick, but it's one thing I feel like we just won't do that this game. Two anyway, so might as well go with polearms, I suppose. It's a bit of a haggard build. But 0 spend left over, so that means it's a great build. We'll try to make it work. This is traditionally a really favorable matchup for Vampire Coast, but if you don't run deck droppers, I'm not sure how well that holds true. Because one of the big gimmicks is that it's very hard for Lizards to actually deal with deck droppers in a cost-efficient manner. I guess against Luther they'll struggle a lot. All right, moment of truth. Yeah, that's still lagging. That's not good. We'll keep the Sirens back as reserves. We're gonna put these guys back as this will kind of be control group 1. My opponent's, I mean, way outnumbered. He probably went like all in on Skinks. He might not have even brought any big stuff. Maybe a lot of stars in there, but kind of doubt it. 1,500 for stars. That legit sounds just like a horde of skanks. Oh, unfortunately, I don't have great tools against that. Well, it's not that terrible, but it's gonna be a tough one for sure. Luther Harkon, these ladies. You can be control group 1. It doesn't really matter. Zombo's, of course, very slow and inflexible, which sucks. We'll put the Sirens out on the flank. Sirens should be able to mulch or at least scare off the skinks pretty quickly, I would think. They probably won't win the fight super quick, but they'll be debuffing. And the Terror kicks in. They only... Oh yeah, I forgot. I believe that was fixed in the beta, but unfortunately I'm still playing the base variant. But for those of you who don't know, the game was actually bugged. And that's an interesting choice. Feral Dread Saurian. But the game's actually bugged, and Sirens only cost terror rather than fear. And I think that's true for Karen rates as well right now, and maybe even Hex rates. We definitely don't need to be running. It's not going to help us. It's a bunch of red-crested skinks, which are honestly kind of a waste. That Feral Dread Saurian is really a really janky pick. I don't see any... I'm gonna send Luther in. Just have him start chipping away. He is on the Terror, guys. We gotta be careful about keeping our guns alive. Here we go. There's a flank, but we still don't see a Lord. And there's no Stealth Lord for lizards. Holy guacamole! It's like... And the Mourngulls can engage once the Zombos are getting engaged. And we'll get the engagements underway. Looks like we're not going to be able to pull that one off. And let's get the shots in on that guy. Unfortunately, he's going right in on top of our Mourngulls. We're going to drop a horde of zombies there. Because he's going to trash our Mourngulls very quickly if we don't do anything about that. I'm actually not sure why I taunted the skink cohort, but you know what? I'm not known for my bright intellectual decision making. So, what can you do? We're going to breath that guy. We're going to intercept them as long... And hit this guy with that. That's a thick flank. But that is a very beefy flank. If we can bog down those skinks, he's gonna waste his time on these guys though. That's a big misplay, I think. And this Dread Saurian might not escape actually. What is this? I don't even know what I'm hitting them with. Main thing is I don't know where the enemy lord is. Oh, it's 10 and 1. So I shouldn't be surprised. But he's not gonna be able to do very much against the Sirens. We're gonna be able to pester these Horn ones. Now Horn one's definitely a threat. Now we do need to try to pull back our guns and preserve them if at all possible. So Sirens doing a good job there. Get the Sirens in on them. Engage there. Engage there. Unfortunately, these guys are getting overrun. Opponent definitely doing a pretty good job at just intercepting. We're going to get in on them, though. And we're going to drop a summon here just to interdict. We're probably not going to be able to preserve all of our guns, but if we can preserve enough, that's all that really matters. Keep them in there. Is the Manticore seriously pestering me? Let's go down and deal with 10-1. We are getting in 10 and 1, of course, does not have healing, so that is potentially a big win. Winner, winner, chicken dinner right there. And actually, my opponent doesn't have any healing whatsoever. So, in the long run here, I think we should have the win. We do got to be wary, of course. But we can hit 10 and 1 here. Keep Luther on him. Unfortunately, I don't have these guys in guard mode, I think. Oh no, they are in guard mode. Keep firing. And Sirens, they're just delivering work. Oh, and there goes the Manticore, routed. That way he can hopefully not get another Manticore summon off before. We gotta try to get Luther off the ground. Fortunately, these guys are gonna get overwhelmed. There's not much we can do about that. I really need to be more on top of my Morngulls, and that's just a big, big misplay on my part. Not really staying on top of my Morngulls. And I'm not going to be. But we can snipe down little 10 and 1. That is one thing Luther does well. We're not going to be able to preserve that unit, or certainly not going to bother trying. I'm not even sure why I casted that, but you know what? Let's keep this pocket healed up. If 10 and 1's just trying to kite away, he's trying to stay alive desperately, but it's just not working. Yeah, the Massive Skinks just doesn't hold up too well. What GPU? 1050. I don't think it's the GPU though, the problem, because oh, well, there goes the break. Yeah, the GTX 1050, so not necessarily nothing top notch, but decent enough. I don't have issues normally. So I think it is a. I do believe it is a. I do believe it is an internet issue on my end, because yeah, it's not a top. It's nothing top notch. Maybe I should upgrade, try to get a 1080 at least, but do the whole hog and get 2080. But yeah. As for this man, I think that I get where he was coming from with the Horde of Skinks, but I think a big misplay here is not bring. So well, first of all, the Dread Saurian is just a huge misplay, but I think a big mistake is not bringing anything to really deal with the Sirens. He didn't bring magic damage, which you should if you've got access to DLC. Definitely should bring some magic damage. And I think like a Slan's great for it, or the Regiment Around Temple Guard are really good in this matchup. And I think you do want some Pterodons. Pterodons are actually really good in this matchup, just because they can bog down and harass lords like Luther, or they can they can shut down flyers. Yeah. Guys, I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I think it's my internet, to be quite honest with you guys. Unfortunately, yeah, I don't think this is going to work, because I'm not sure why. Yeah, thanks. I'm not sure why it's lagging this badly. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have, I'm sorry guys. I think I'm going to have to cut this stream short, unfortunately. Um, I'm not entirely sure what is wrong with it right now. I'm not sure why it's lagging so badly. It's telling me on YouTube's end, it's telling me I have excellent connection, so I'm really not sure what is causing this insane lag. And try to sort out. Now it's saying I've got excellent connection. I don't know what how that's happening. I'm gonna try and because there's no real way for me to test it without essentially live streaming though. It's gonna be a bit of a test run. I'm gonna see. I mostly just want to sort this issue out, see if I can figure out what's wrong. Win or lose, not necessarily looking for the greatest match ever here, just to see if I can sort out why it's lagging so badly. Because YouTube is saying I have excellent connection. Huh. It's really strange. It's a found match, but that might be bugged. Oh, it's Yumi's. Dwarves, hi ho, hi ho. Great. Dwarves. Truly, there's nothing more fun to play against than Dawi. God. Well, whatever. I just need to do a test run. It doesn't really matter what I run. We can go with Tomb Kings. I'll bring Cetra. Not going to do Carrot Trader. The guys will do Camarine War Things. We'll see. Hopefully I'm not lagging too much. And hopefully it goes okay. We're just going to ditch most of these. We'll ditch Sacrament's Incantation of the Skullstorm, blah blah. Get rid of Yusuf's Incantation of Dissertation. I don't think I need Blessed Blade. It's not a bad item, but I think I won't bring any of those. Is it still lagging? It looks like it's not from what I'm seeing, but I'm not sure. We definitely want to bring some carrion because chances are he's got just a bunch of gyrocopters. We can throw the Tomb Princes onto... I'm actually probably going to cut Guardian, to be honest. I don't really want it. Curse of Joft's not bad. Tomb Strike's okay. I don't really need Guardian. I can keep one with... we're going to scrap Guardian. I'm going to get Blade of Setep. Blade of Setep. We're actually going to go with Cloak of Dunes just to deny him vision of us. Then we'll bring a bunch of Toon Guard. Toon Guard trades relatively well into the stunties. And then maybe... I think we'll cut Tomb Strike. I've got Terror on What's-His-Face, so it shouldn't be the end of the world. Not sure if I want Curse of Joft, to be honest. Rampage isn't that good against dwarves. I'm not gonna get, I think, another Tomb Scorpion. What map is this? It's Excavation Site. I'm gonna try some sneaky Vanguard shenanigans. We'll just get some Skelly Warriors. Try to get generate as much width as possible. Is there anything I can cut on Cetra? I don't really know. Unyielding Mold's not bad. Wrath of Tra, I don't really need it. It'll free up some space. We can get another unit of maybe Skeleton Horsemen. And yeah, we'll do that. I think that it seems not to be lagging. I could be wrong. Hopefully it's not lagging. I can't, at least it doesn't look that way from my end. But I I think we'll see in game if it's lagging or not. I'm a little curious about what build he's going to run. But I want to try some Vanguard shenanigans with the Scorpion. We'll see if we can pull something silly out. One of the things I really wish you could do in this game is activate items or abilities or spells and stuff before a match starts. I feel like a lot of the stealth spells or stealth abilities would be far more useful in this game if you could actually activate them before a match kicks off. He's got a very wide build. That's not surprising. In this match, what you're likely going to see actually is miners with blasting charges. There are a very common sight in this matchup. Because they just destroy Tomb King troops. Can these guys hide? No, they can't hide in woods. I kind of figured, but not sure why I'd expect any different. But I wish it was different. We got Carrion. I want to keep those alive. Unfortunately, the Scorpion actually it can actually hide in the woods. So potentially I can hide it there and sneak up on Yumis from behind. So we're going to try that. We're going to try to be sneaky with the Scorpion. Pro strats. Plus, I'm not lagging by the look of it, so I'm not sure if something's sorted out. Still doesn't make sense. I can't even type. Oh. You always want to bring a lot of carry in this matchup because one of the most annoying things you'll face against the Dawi is, of course, gyros. And if you don't have Carrion, shutting down gyros is a nightmare fuel because they can dodge around. They can actually play around the. Okay, we got troll hammers, we got thunders, miners with blasting charges, of course. No surprise there. And of course, there's a lot of troll hammers. Holy hell. These Carrion have some very odd. Now I'm getting lag, which is not good. Certainly not a great look. Who is this? A Rune Lord on a toilet seat? We got... We're gonna get our engagements going here. Alright. We got some of the Thunders already routing, which is a big win for sure. Now what we want to do here is we want to hit these front lines with Blaze of Setep. That is an incredibly bad engagement right here. So I'm going to try to break that quickly. Skeleton Warriors, though, going to get in there. Cetras needs to stay on them. We need to try to bog those guys down because if these Troll Hammers get to fire, we are in for a world of hurt. And... Alright, so we routed them. Now I really need to get into those Troll Hammers or this is going to be an absolute mess. You can see Cetra here getting an absolute beating. I can pop this on top of myself, heal some of my boys in the process. Hit you guys with... They're about to get shotgunned by Troll Hammers, but in we go. Get in. Why are you freaking out? Stay on those Troll Hammers. Stay on them, stay on them. Stay on him. I do think he's gonna actually he's gonna take this one, even though it doesn't look terrible for me right now, because he's gonna knock out my Tomb Princes here. There's very little I can do about that. I think. Yeah, that Tomb Prince is gone. Absolutely nothing I can do. Carrion here are trying to do their very best, but the Necron Horsemen are just not able to remove those Thunders from play. Finally did rout them, but I needed that to happen way sooner. It's a tough one. I don't know. It's definitely not going great, but it's also not a total disaster either. I do still have... Alright, they're coming back, but... The Warriors of... This was a huge... That mosh pit there is a huge misplay on my part, and that's screwing me really bad.
Attack the living! Son of Henry!
What are those? Tomb Guard? How are these? Oh, it's Longbeards. I didn't realize.
Forward! Move!
Cetra here. Still doing an excellent job, but now he's getting crossfired by Thunderers, which is really rough. Get on them.
So be it! Kill! Yes! Obey me! Charge! As it should! Legions, forward! Strike! I agree!
Let's get on them if we can. Big break there. Let's get the Tomb Guard over there. Swing you over there.
Sacrifice them!
Let's get you in there. Pursue them.
Undying prince!
I really kind of wish... All of a sudden I'm really wishing I'd brought... Skeleton Warriors bog them down. Tomb Guards is still doing an amazing job.
What, my king?
Get in on him. We might pull this off just yet. There's not very many Trollhammers left. I do still have a good chunk of Winds of Magic left. Oh, that I don't know why I cast it on them. That's not how you play this game, guys. Not gonna lie. You know, I said at the start of this game that Rampage is not good against dwarves. It may very well end up being the thing that saves me this game. You know, I've been proven a big fraud, so we got those guys routed. I need to juke the Trollhammers. Unfortunately, I can't see the Dawi Panzerfaust going off, but I know that. Oh my God, get in there if you can. Get in there.
Very well. Mightiest of kings.
I just need to keep spamming buffs on Cetra, just trying to keep him in the fight here. What are these? Are those Longbeards? They're just Dwarf Warriors.
Tomb prince.
You need to get in on them. You need to get in on them.
Fight.
We'll hit these guys with the Blade of Setep, which will debuff their armor, make them a lot more vulnerable. Over here, Cetra should be able to beat down the Rune Lord on the toilet seat. That was actually interesting. I should have said that was an interesting game. I think really well played to him. An interesting build, not as and so to be honest, I'm not as much of a dwarf player. Yumi's is a much more dedicated dwarf player than I am by far. So I'm not sure like it's a very fire shooting heavy build. I was surprised by how much Daka he brought. He brought 4 Troll Hammers, 4 Thunders. I don't know if that's like usual. I usually when I play I go much lighter on shooting, but perhaps I'm just not correct there in that assertion or assessment. Definitely the big saving grace there was the 2 Tomb Princes, able to get in very quickly, then the Tomb Scorpion of course, and then the Carrion. Like we just had so much overwhelming force in the backline, etc. All that just running amok on top of those Troll Hammers. And you guys got to see like when they fired, it was game over for my my units that got caught. They just died. It wasn't even close for them. So yeah, that was a tough game. Holy heck. I don't really feel comfortable critiquing and criticizing his strat because it came right down to the wire. I think a handful more I think part of it was that I got the jump on him with the Tomb Prince chariots. He didn't expect it. I don't think he saw that coming. And because he didn't see it coming, I got a huge advantage there. Honestly, in hindsight, though, Blade of Setep could have been a huge boost that game if or not Blade of Setep, the Curse, I believe it's Tomb Strike, sorry. Getting that Terror on chariots would have been huge because there was a few situations there where Cetra and the Scorpion weren't close. And if the Tomb Princes had been able to cause a Terror out, they might have been able to survive against the Thunders and whatnot. So maybe cutting a unit of Skeletons in favor of getting just 2 Tomb Strikes down would have been nice. I kind of wish Blade of Setep debuffed. One of the problems, Blade of Setep debuffs enemy physical resist, but it doesn't actually reduce it into the negative. So if your opponent has 0% physical resist, it doesn't reduce it. That doesn't make it more susceptible to physical damage. I kind of wish instead Blade of Setep would just debuff enemy melee defense if all it's going to do is debuff physical resist. But yeah, we've now played as all of the Vampire account factions, I believe. No, I don't. Yeah, we did Vampire accounts for the first one. It just turned out to be a crash and not good. My opponent going with Avalon in there. We could try some Empire versus High Elves. It's a decent matchup, I think. My humble opinion. I know Volkmar's a popular pick against High Elves. I've never entirely understood it, to be quite honest with you guys. But I know he is kind of a popular pick. Could bring the Black Lions, but I don't actually think they're that great in this match. I know the Steam Tank can potentially be very strong in the match if you pick off all the other. Well, actually, let's try a Steam Tank build. It's been a while. Not sure it's gonna be the greatest thing ever, but you know, we can certainly give it a shot. Maybe we'll go something like Jade Wizard, Carl. Go with Budget Carl. Put him on a horse. Get him Runefang and Miraz. Put the wizard on him. Make him a budget wizard. No dwellers below. I don't really want Awakening of the Wood. We're just gonna go for the heals, I think. Maybe Shield of Thorns. Yeah, why not? We'll get Power Stone in there. Probably not. Warrior Priest. That now we're getting pricey. Now this army is getting really expensive. Frontline. Greatswords have been improving steadily in this matchup, so they're a much more competitive pick than they were at one point. The problem is... trying to counter enemy large, and the other thing is potentially we could... what am I... Lightseeker Ford. Huh. I'm very much on the fence. Maybe I should bring artillery. It's honestly, maybe I should not do a Steam Tank. Bring like a Hammer of Witches, just in case. Because if my opponent goes super heavy on bolt throwers, which could happen, it's brutal stuff trying to play against that without we definitely don't need the Divine Power. And neither of these... Scroll Shielding's good, but it's not that good. Hammer of Witches is just good if your opponent goes with bolt throwers. It gives you an option there. One thing you never want to bring is Knights of Blazing Sun in this match. They're a terrible unit for this matchup. Royal of Griffite's not a bad choice. Oh wow. Well, that was a disappointment. All that time prepping only to have the guy leave the match. Looking for a match. That was a big disappointment. I actually was kind of looking forward to playing. I like High Elf versus Empire. It's a fun match. I think it's one of the that and like Empire versus. There's a lot of Empire matchups where I feel it's pretty 50-50, and there's a lot of build variety. Holy guacamole, that name. We're gonna do Empire. Oh, he's doing Langui. Yeah, why not? We'll do the same thing. We'll do Carl. Maybe I'll try Deathclaw. If worst comes to worst, I can always just avoid a fight. I give my opponent a fight. I'm not a big fan of Deathclaw. I know a lot of people are very, very fond of bringing Deathclaw, but I am not. Definitely cut that. Still bring Soulfire to clean up some Elven Cav. Benediction, I think, is very valuable against leadership bombs. So I'm not sure I need to worry about that much with High Elves. Maybe I'll scrap it. We'll see. If I have leftover points, I'll put it in. If not, though, skip. Jade Wizard. Put him up on a horsey. Maybe he'll cut out. Maybe we'll keep regrowth. Maybe we'll keep. Maybe we'll try Flesh the Stone, because against High Elves, because they don't have a lot of AP melee. Flesh the Stone, or they don't have a lot of. I should say they don't have AP melee on their Cav. Flesh the Stone could be pretty potent, and I'm kind of curious to see how it would work out. This is not a cheap build, that is for sure. Sigmar's Sons locks us out of silver bullets. I'm not sure if we want to do that. Maybe get some great swords. I don't know if I want silver bullets or not. My opponent goes with a dragon. I feel like I need something to support Carl in the sky. I can have the Hammer of Witches, but probably it's so pricey to trying to balance this build out. We'll oh man, this is rough stuff. Bring some spearmen. Reiksguard, I guess. Oh, I guess this is what we're gonna end up with. It's a very haggard build. Not super thrilled. Can I get cut Foe Seeker here? But that doesn't. Oh, that still doesn't free up the money because of the spear. Ah, see there you go. The spear nerf. It's coming into play. Life Bloom. I do want that. I don't know if I need regrowth. I don't need regrowth. We'll get quad spears. Maybe like cut one of these for a sword, another sword, because swords are good against. Because if High Elves go with spear heavy builds, swords are suddenly very good. It's a bit of a haggard comp, but we'll try to make it work. There's just a lot of ways to approach this matchup, and none of them I think are less valid than others. I think you can take High Elves in a lot of ways. I've done Boris Todbringer. He can be fun. Gelt can be fun. You can have almost any lord you in the Empire, except the Empire General, who sucks. And the Huntsman General, who sucks, I think. Except either of those, I think you basically can't go wrong with any of the Empire Lords. And with High Elves, I think you can actually run almost any Lord as well in this match. It's actually pretty cool. Lithanar's got a niche here. Elariel, of course, and Teclis, they're always good. I think Tyrion's actually not terrible. There's a bunch of... It's actually a really cool match, I think, when you break it down for both factions. Just how much variety both have. So I'm outnumbered. Not entirely surprising. We will try to deploy further back. I want to have the range advantage provided by the Hammer of Witches. We've got the silver bullets here. I don't even know. You can be in control group 7. This is a lot of control groups. Like, for those of you who don't know, my advice if you're learning and starting quick match is to not go over 5 control groups. In my opinion, but I do like to have more control groups in a match like this. And it seems like we're getting some slight lag again, which is not great. I was hoping that was cleaned up after the last match, but seemed to largely be gone. Alrighty. We'll start. I think he's had enough time. He doesn't have that many. He has an army that's barely bigger than mine. I should probably turn off. I should spread this out a little bit. That's a bit of a mistake. And I'll turn off Firewall. Because I don't want to have shots wasted on some useless unit, like have them fire on spears or something. The Hammer Witch's Grand has insane ammo capacity. It's got 30 rounds, so in most games, unless something's gone... Oh, hey, thanks, Yumis. I appreciate it. What, out of curiosity, is that I'm not really, I don't know if you like sharing your builds or whatever, but is that a standard build, or because I honestly don't know like what the standard is for dwarves on for dwarves versus Tomb Kings. So I was kind of caught by surprise when I saw you brought 4 Troll Hammers and 4 Thunders. Let's see. I was expecting gyros, to be honest. Maybe it's just because every game I've played against you the last 2 times you've always brought gyros. So maybe I'm just expecting it because of that now. We got nobles here. One of them's on a... Wait, no, that's Teclis. Teclis and 2 nobles. Okay, both on horses. By the way, I don't know if you noticed, but I actually brought the stealth cloak on the nobles. Let's see, we'll swing Carl over towards the right flank, because one thing I really don't want. Let's see, I should check with rank the bolt thrower. Okay, so we're engaging the bolt thrower. If we can knock out that bolt thrower quick, we should be in a good spot, because then I control the pace of this battle. What is that? Is this? It's just Lothern Seaguard. Unfortunately, the hammer is not hitting particularly well. So that's some High Elves is a bloody smear there, but it's not hitting the actual artillery pieces. Not killed one guy. Just not getting the RNG I would like here. One of the big problems also on an uneven... fortunately here we're engaging at long range, so the Hammer of Witch is actually able to get some decent arc. But if the map's really lumpy, the cannons actually start trading much worse than the bolt throwers than they do on an open field. I'm really hoping that doesn't really come into play. I don't think the Hammer of Witch is... Okay, he's just scattershotting my guys, which, you know what, I don't care about too much. Actually, did he just shoot at Carl? Oh, he's down to 2 bolt throwers already, so that's a foregone conclusion. Down to 1. This is really where the Hammer of Witches shines. I don't know why he's wasting his shots on Carl. He really should be I think. Cheers, bolt thrower. We're gonna start flanking. I probably shouldn't be YOLOing in like this, because while he does have 100 armor, it will still start at. The damage does add up. Alright, so that's gone. Oh my god, though, what is this lag? Definitely not muy bien. We can swap to the Lothern Seaguard here. So it's a huge front line of spears. We're gonna go for the flank here. I can actually, I think, outtrade this front line if I play this correctly, play my cards right. Unfortunately, I do not have a net.
Great cannon! Right Guard Knights! With haste! Soldiers of the Empire!
Oh my god, he's immediately knocked it down. So my guys, get in there. Get your battle prayers on.
Battle and blood await! Obey! Shade wizard! Pandora, I invoke thee!
We are getting mown down by those archers, unsurprising, but we do need to bog them down. We can't let these archers just shoot, because that would be a total disaster. Let's get these Reichsguard in here.
Empire marksman! Quickly!
Oh my god, look at this savagery.
Demigryph
Is he shattered? I think he is. Holy hell.
to battle! For Heldenhammer!
Absolute savagery.
Handgunners! Ready! For the Emperor! Fire!
He's shattered. Okay.
Yes, sir, quickly!
We can charge into them.
To combat!
I think this is game. Even at this point, my opponent has basically nothing, unfortunately,
Sigmar
for him. He's got no way of getting his artillery back online. You know what, though? In my moment of... Oh, he breathed me there, which is definitely a smart move. And unfortunately, everything's just going to tear... you know, he's getting some stuff done.
All things must wither! Reichsguard Knights!
He got his lord caught out too easily.
On to war!
But he did remove my Reichsguard from play pretty darn efficiently. So definitely well played there. We're going to start working on the other unit of Lothran Seaguard.
At speed! Ready!
We need to disengage here. The Reichsguard needs to get in on the archers.
Formation march! Get them!
Yeah, the infantry here is just getting screwed. I need to get the Reichsguard back. Let the spears here can bog them down. In the meantime, you can stay on them.
For combat! Let us chant battle hymns! Battle awaits!
Carl here just doing Sigmar's work. Just gonna disengage all these guys, reform ranks way in the distance.
The Empire endures! By Ulrich's wrath!
If these guys blob up on my warrior priest, this might actually be a total disaster for him.
Get them!
Because Watch Soul Fire, it actually does damage now. So, oh my god, look at that savagery.
Ready!
Carl up there. We actually terrorized the Lothran Seaguard away.
Demigryph Knight!
This is just brutal stuff.
Sigmar!
Gonna get a nice meaty heal there.
Gairen, rise!
And then push back in.
Quick march!
I think my opponent has kind of conceded the game at this point. Definitely a misplay, I think, waiting for Hammer Witches to fight against the bolt thrower, because your bolt thrower is never going to win, even if you get the perfect engage. Well, now maybe if you get a perfect engage. No, not even, because a one bolt thrower versus one Hammer Witch is just not a chance. And I think my opponent should have pushed. He did have, essentially, if you think about it, if the Hammer Witch is wasting its time on a 700 gold bolt thrower, you've got your 400 gold up on your opponent. So if you can close the distance in that time engage, you can be in a decent spot. And I think if my opponent had pushed in with the Nobles, with Teclis, with Spear support, and with Sundragon, he might have been able to win that out. Because it would have been very difficult for the mob here to engage effectively, I think. But I'm still getting some really bad lag. It's frustrating because I know, yeah. Yeah. We'll try and knock out one or two more games, but unfortunately it's just lagging so bad. MZ Jalen. From the Southern Chaos Wastes. Oh, and we're against the Dark Elves. Let's do green skins. We'll go for the low IQ plays. The real question is, do we go for thematic green skins of some sort? Ugh, decisions, decisions. Kind of going to do Mass Savage Orc. Just because it's a fun strat. Even if it's not necessarily the most optimal, it's just a fun way to play, in my opinion. We can cut Woodsack's Revenge. Get back here's a nice one to have. Bonewood Staff and Squiggly Beast are both amazing spells. Headbutt, here we go, strong. Foot of Gork is good, but I'm probably not going to use it. Fist of Gork is excellent. I'll keep Brain Burst like Gaze of Gork. There we go. Cut that. Front line, we'll just roll with a Horde of Savage Orc begins. Throwing some Savage Orcs on the side. I know Savage Orcs are not a popular unit pick right now. I know a lot of people will disparage them for not being particularly good, and maybe they're right. Maybe the Savage Orcs are not particularly good, but I do think they can still be a very fun unit to play around with. But I do want to bring some more savagery. Do I need something? I probably need something to deal with monsters. You know, I could like chevron these guys up a huge amount. That doesn't help. Their base stats are so terrible. That doesn't help them very much. So you've got no chance. Oh my god. Wow. Just swaps completely. Okay. That breaks my heart. We'll go with the Goblin Vanguard then, I guess. Try to have something fun. Because I like to have fun builds. I'm not here for the serious builds. I'm here for the silliness. Itchy Nuisance. Vindictive Glare. We'll bring it. The Warlord's Boys. The AP Cloonies. Of course, you gotta have them. The Rusty Heirs. Can't do without them. Horde of Night Goblin Archers. All gonna Vanguard forward. We are gonna have not the Rock Lobbers, because Rock Lobbers are terrible. We're gonna bring some Doom Diver Catapults. We're going to bring Squig Hoppers. Because Squig Hoppers are amazing in this match, because Squig Hoppers just do know. We'll bring some nasty Skulkers for the snare. Some Goblin Big Bosses, maybe put them on Spiders, scrap that. Abilities. Maybe we'll scrap the Warlords Boys. You don't need that. It's for losers. You'll cut a Doom Diver, maybe cut Squigs. We'll cut some Squigs, get a handful more Goblin Wolf Riders in the back line there, and then some Night Gobbos. Let's get some additional Night Gobbos. And then we'll chevron up. Oh. Whatever. There we go. Doesn't matter. Who cares? We'll just do a Horde of Chevrons on these guys. Obviously, this is a bit of a meme build. This could completely go to like a disastrous tier horrible. And I honestly don't care too much. If it goes terrible, it goes terrible. If it goes bad, Mork wills it. And it is what it is. But as long as we have fun, that's what matters, I think. Alright, we outnumber them by a good bit, though not as much as you'd expect. Because we are, after all, going, it's Gobbos, so, but we're not bring the biggest units of Gobbos. We're bringing a lot of archers, we're bringing a lot of support units, like Cav and stuff, so we're not going to have that many models on the field. I actually should spread these guys out more. We'll have nasty skulkers out here on the flanks. This will be control group 1, this will be control group 2. This guy can vanguard forward. These guys actually don't have vanguard, which is like the weirdest thing ever. But alright. So as you can see here, guys, there's like a hill in the middle, and we want to take advantage of that. We actually want to hide these guys behind that hill so they can't get deleted. Enemy artillery. We're gonna put these guys here in control group 5. Put the Wolf Riders in the corners. The reason we're not actually gonna vanguard all the sways right away, because one of the things I'm a little worried about is dire wolves, or not dire wolves, scurvy dogs. My opponent could bring a decent chunk of them, and if he does, my opponent brings a good chunk of dire or scurvy dogs. Things could go rather not muy bien. Alright, let's get in on that Necrofex Colossus. Go, go, go. No, leave my boy alone. We're just gonna collapse on these guys from all sides. Oh my god, look at all these monsters. Very uncool. 0 out of 10. Would not recommend. I need to be very careful there. Well, he's wasting his shots. Is that Aranessa? It is Aranessa. Oh my god, leave me alone. That Necrofex will not leave me alone. He's got an absolute... We're gonna pop that. Necrofex is gonna go down. We'll focus Aranessa. We're gonna start focusing the Rotting Leviathan here. Get in there on her. No, leave me alone. You jerk. Let's get in on them. Control him. Snare here. Pop that beauty. Get in on them. Now we are having some routes, but that's okay. It's whatever. It's not the end of the world. Unfortunately, we are getting a little compromised here, but... as long as we can get them in. There. Zombie Park Gunnery Mob. Oh, wow, he decided to concede. That's pretty nice. Hog stream. Yeah, the lag. Oh my god, it's a killer. I don't know if I had that one because before you decided to disconnect, but the Doom Divers actually did some insane work. 13 kills only, but I wiped out the Necrofex really easily. The Vanguard build is just hilarious against Vampire Coast if they're not expecting it. But I think with the lag, I don't know if I want to do one more game, but I feel terrible because I'm honestly not able to just deliver a decent quality stream here, guys. And it seems to be very inconsistent. I'm not sure why. YouTube jumps between saying it's failing and between excellent connection, so I'm not sure what is up with that. Not sure if it's on my end or on YouTube's end or somewhere else. Not sure what is up with that. We will do one more. We'll do one more game, but I will try. I will probably contact my internet provider, see maybe look up the problem. It might be a YouTube issue. I'm not sure, but not sure why the game is acting up. We will do one more match, just the hell of it. But yeah, I do need to try to sort out what the issue is here, and I think that's it might be. Might be a YouTube end issue because the buzzing with the headphones or with the mic is another thing that I've only been having when streaming on YouTube. So I'm not entirely sure what that's all about. I wanted to do Warriors of Chaos, but not against Bretonnia. That's a dreadful matchup for Brett. We'll try Beastman, why not? We'll do Morgar. Scrap Fossey because we don't need that. We'll actually try. We'll bring. I think I'll run a build. So we can bring Korok's Man Rippers, we can bring some Ungors. So we're already up over our ears with, so we do want Bray Shaman of the Wild. Do I want the Wild? Do I want something else? Maybe Bray Shaman of Beasts. And just get some summons in. Let's see if we can make that work. Might try to do a build inspired a bit by Flying Taco. He's run some pretty crazy crazy Beastman builds, and some of our practice games we run against each other. So maybe I'll try something silly along those lines. I don't know if I want a second unit of Minotaurs or if I want some Centigores. I'm not entirely sure I want to do this. We'll do that. We'll do Centigores. I don't know if I want Hounds. Hounds are good because they do. We could probably cut it down to just 2 Razor Gores and maybe like 2 Centigores with Grey Weapons. Maybe cut some corners here. Get a few spears on the more spears on the line. Much as I like poison, we might just pass on it here and hope for the best. And we can get a Jagged Dagger is almost always worthwhile. I don't think I can get a shift from these guys. I guess it doesn't really matter. But this is probably gonna be our last game, so hopefully it's a fun one. Trying to make the Island Wars League work. I haven't played. I used to play Beastmen a whole bunch at one point, but I haven't played them very much recently. Outside of the occasional like Minotaur bus or whatever. We can try something a little silly before we lock out. I do think this match is kind of Bretonnia favored. I'm not sure. I don't know. I feel like it is a bit Bretonnia favored, but it's one at the same time where I know when I ran several practice games against Flying Taco, it was just a lot of disaster. And I think that While there are some interesting things Bretonnia can do. You can do super cav heavy. You can go very wide. You can go with a flying goon squad. You can bring Pegasus Knights and stuff like that. You still got to be worried about just masses of beastmen swarming you and dragging your cav down. So it can be a tough one. Razor Gores, though, trade incredibly well in this matchup against most, maybe not all, but I believe most Bretonnian Cav they trade. We can put the Cav back there. We can put these bad boys back there. Put them back there. These guys all have stocks, so I don't have to worry about them being revealed. One thing I guess I kind of should be worried about is trebuchets. It's not something you see very often, but you could see it. I don't think a Cygor trades very well into trebuchet. It might win the engage, but wait, it would take way too long. Once again, breaking my arbitrary no more than 5 spells rule. No more than 5 control groups rule. Alright, my opponent's ready. Let's do it. Companions of Canal, there we go. Okay, there's a worthy foe. We got Felix on the field, we got Grail Knights. Very elite. I'm surprised. Beast Slayer's Bastone. Alberic, that's interesting. How many troops does he have? Okay, it's only 678, it's a pretty small army. We'll see if he decides to dodge, or if he sees the rock coming before it's too late. Ah, he's moving, but I think it's too late. I think the rock's gonna hit one guy. Kills one knight. Big win right there. It's interesting because my opponent didn't bring any. Oh my god, my opponent didn't bring any archers, which I feel almost always see in this match. Bit of an interesting omission. Do get some damage. 10 to kills on the Beast Slayers. That's a win, but oh my god, that's a lot. Okay. We definitely are going to have to try to swarm. He's got a healer back there. What I think we're going to try to do, because I think trying to punch through the Beast Slayers is just asking for pounding. We're going to line up the Razor Gores. We're going to keep these guys. We're going to try to pincer the infantry. Look at that nice connection to those boulders. My opponent's trying to kite. I was around with his cav. I'm not going to waste my boulders at this range. At this range, 1, there's a good chance I'd miss, but 2, there's also a good chance I'd let's start the engage. We're gonna move to engage here. I don't know how Morgr will trade here. If we can get a flank charge on these guys, that would be a big win. Let's get the hit over there on the Grails. I'm going to disengage there. I'm going to get... We got a route there. Morgr over here getting wrecked. We can summon those guys over there. Are these the companions? I believe they are. Ah. We dodged a lot of it. We are starting to crack this line here. But oh my god, my poor Razor Gores. Look at how much damage they do though, rather quickly too. But we got him rooted in place, so that is definitely a win. This is not great. But if we can collapse this pocket here, it could work out just fine. Oh my god, you guys need to be in here helping, not yeah, I kind of blew it there. It's gonna take a while though to kill the Eye of Morrsleep, even if he wants to kill it. These guys are bogged down. They're all fighting the Eye of Morrsleep. When the Eye of Morrsleep isn't going down, it's going down, but it's not going down that fast. I'm gonna pop a. I think unfortunately it's outside the AoE there. They're trying to escape, but I think we got them penned in pretty good here. Unlike Korok's Man-Rippers are still in excellent fighting shape. Felix here's getting punted around. And the thing, of course, Centaur's fighting on top of infantry like this will have... Yeah, he's going to damage the Korok's Man-Rippers here, but Korok's Man-Rippers are pretty beefy. They got a lot of HP per model. And a lot of... Well, not a lot, but a decent amount of armor. Oh my god, though, I don't know how... what is... I have to have my internet connection check. The Questing Knights, they're actually backing off. Yeah, that's a waste. I don't think he should be charging another. I guess I kind